amazing international woman. This is Thomas Johnson III. Let's get right into your relationships reading for the week of September 13th through 19th. So, relationships. This involves primarily romantic partner, current or prospective, your friends, and colleagues, which could be work colleagues, volunteer, activity, people who are outside of your family and romantic partner, basically. So, my name is Thomas Johnson III, threes. I love the number 3. We got 3 sets of cards here, and we draw 3 cards from each one. First, we have your learning opportunities coming up. Some people call them challenges, stressful situations, problems. So, we're gonna see what your tendency, the tendency that will pop up, the learning opportunity. So, you're being presented with a gift, and you recognize it by kind of noticing your behavior. And then there's something you can do about it. We as human beings have all these amazing abilities. So let's take a look. Oh, the double-sided sage card means the real you is gonna really shine through. So there are times in life where you have just felt in flow, like this is me, I love life, I love being me, I love everything, I'm just happy. And so the opportunity to learn how to do this more often is coming up in the next week. Now, first let's get to the learning opportunity, how to recognize what may happen. So I'm getting this is a romantic partner thing is really coming through. So more so for couples, single people, not so much for single people this week or in the upcoming week. I'm getting more for couples, and it looks like there's something you really want to do with your partner, and it's being avoided. You've thought about it, it's already in the back of your mind, and next week, if it's still being avoided, there's going to be like a boom, probably in the form of an argument or what's the word? Tension in the house, walking on eggshells is the message I'm getting. And you've experienced it before, so it's nothing new. It's just now you can see this card on this video and you're like, oh, it's happening. Oh, I get the opportunity to do something about it. Now, what happens with that is naturally when we're avoiding something that we want to do, we're worried about what our romantic partner might think, say, or how they will respond, basically. In the past, there's been some unpleasant experiences, and so this tendency comes up. It's not there all the time. It's just when you think about, there's this thing I want to do or say with my romantic partner, the first thing that happens is, well, what's happened in the past? What went wrong? And this automatically leads to avoiding doing it. And it kind of gets filed into the back of the mind. And the hyper-rational, this is the part of us that being rational is amazing, to be able to logically understand stuff. However, the hyper-rational basically takes all feelings, those feelings of feeling uncomfortable, feeling the tension, the feeling of, ooh, when I think about that, I'm scared, the fear, the uncertainty. The hyper-rational will basically it'll wind you up and say, oh, you know what, we're just gonna put this in the back, because if we don't do it now, if we don't think about it now, then we will feel better. That's what the hyper-rational is likely going to say. So there's this thing with your romantic partner that you've already been thinking about doing, and there's an opportunity by doing it, whatever you've been thinking about doing, the real you is going to shine through. Now, for the real you to shine through, it's scary sometimes to take that step, to actually do it. It's like, I mean, you got these 3 characters that are saying, no, don't do it. And it can be scary and difficult. So what can you do to get these 3 guys and basically shut them up? Got 2 cards here, empathize and activate. So this is saying, love yourself and the other person and do the thing you've been thinking about doing. Okay, makes sense. How do you do that? Let's clarify with the last set of cards here. So 1, to, not that one. No, this one. Woo. Okay, so first of all, we have the grounding card. So, and it said in the past, you've learned how to ground yourself. You learned how to ground yourself. And what's the matter? It looks like you used money to learn this particular technique. So perhaps there was you paid for a course, or there was a teacher, or some money was paid to learn some technique to ground yourself or center yourself. It might be breathing. Breathing trees, or taking a hike in nature. You have a particular way, and you already know what it is that keeps you grounded and puts you in that state. Boom. Now, by taking the time, and it's really not that much time if you really think about it, to stop for a second and go, what if I were to know how to ground myself, something I've already learned, what would it be? That took about 7 seconds to ask, and the answer will boom, 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 it'll come to you. For me, it's go for a walk and look at some trees. And when we're in that state, and when we are that grounded person who we really are, just who you really are, then activate means take action. So there are other things involved with the activate card. However, with the way the cards come up now, it seems, the message I'm getting is, do the thing that you know that grounds you, the thing you've learned, paid some money to learn how to do it. It might even, you know what, this doesn't necessarily have to be a course. It could be you pay for internet and you found a technique on YouTube or a website. So there is some technique that you know and you learned it through some money exchange. It's not necessarily straight from a course. It could be because you you might have paid for a meal and had a conversation with someone and learned how you ground yourself. So after doing that grounding activity, activate means do it. So to summarize, in your relationship with your romantic partner, there's something you already started thinking about you want to do or say. It's being avoided. You're kind of worried about what he or she might think. And you're kind of rationalizing, well, if I avoid it now, then we avoid conflict and I feel better and they feel better. And what to do is to remember something you've learned. You've already learned it, how to ground yourself, whatever that is for you. And then by doing that, you love yourself. And by doing that, it's for your partner too. It's something you really want to do as a couple, and you love them too. And then once you're grounded, boom, do it. All right, this is Thomas Johnson III. Based on these cards, I will do a Clubhouse room. And if you can make it, join. It's a more personalized reading for the audience that shows up. Okay, see you.